Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Destination Show with me, Tandile Maikiso. Today we'll be talking about temple ceilings. Temple ceilings are beautiful. They're very beautiful. This ordinance is what we call marriage, right? A temple ceiling is basically a marriage, but not just any marriage. It's for time and for all eternity, right? And so when we get married in the temple, we do not say, till death do you part, because we don't believe, marriage should be until death, but marriage is for eternity. And so if you are wondering how this all happens, well, tune into this episode, and I hope you enjoy. Right. Now, temple ceilings, as I've said, are the most beautiful ordinances we do in the temple, right? The scriptures call the authority to unite families forever the sealing power. This is the same authority Jesus gave the apostle Peter to provide blessings on earth that will continue in heaven. Now, I do want to turn to this verse because it's very significant. When Jesus Christ gave when Jesus Christ gave Peter this authority, this is what it said. It said, "And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. And whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." Right? So whatever is bound by one who has those keys or the authority, right? They are able to then perform these ordinances, right? They are able to bind what is on earth in heaven. In fact, what is bound on earth is bound in heaven. And what is loosed on earth is also loosed in heaven. And so that's why it's important that we perform these ordinances here on earth. That's why it's important for us to perform the sealing ordinances here on earth, because we still have this physical body. Obviously, you can also perform for our ancestors. But now for the living, it's important that we do this, right? It's important that we do this because it helps us to draw nearer to our spouses, right? It helps us to have a sense of feeling and belonging to our spouses, right? The family is ordained of God. Marriage between man and woman is essential to Heavenly Father's eternal plan, right? Heavenly Father's plan of happiness is ultimately to have you and your family live with Him forever. In sealing rooms within the temple, marriages between a man and a woman are performed. There, a man and a woman kneel and join hands, oh my goodness, across a sacred altar to be married for time, for life, for this life, and for eternity. This eternal marriage is called a temple sealing. And children born into such marriages are also sealed to their parents forever. Being sealed as a family is the crowning ordinance of the temple and the greatest of all blessings that God has for us, right? And so the temple sealing is the crowning event that happens, or not event, but it's the crowning ordinance that happens at the temple, where families can be united forever. Me and my wife, when we got married, we didn't have any child, but because we were sealed, that means any child that we bear on earth is automatically within that sealing power. So our children are sealed to us. That is a beautiful, beautiful testimony and a witness that I have, right? Those who are married civilly before they join the church or before they are able to go to the temple can also be sealed together as husband and wife. After a couple is sealed and any children, they already can have also sealing to them. They can also be sealed to them, right? The divine plan of happiness enables family relationships to be perpetuated beyond the grave. Sacred ordinances and covenants available in holy temples make it possible for individuals to return to the presence of God and for families to be united eternally, right? And I love this because um, we sometimes take for granted the blessings that we have and the families that we have. But imagine you love someone and someone told you that this is just temporarily, right? After you die, you'll be separated with this person. How will that make you feel? You give your all to your spouse, to your wife, to your husband, and then someone tells you this will only last for this earth time. Once you die, it's done. You part ways. I don't think that's fair, and that's why Heavenly Father also doesn't gave us this blessing to be able to be sealed with our family so that we can be united forever, right? Because I don't think God can create something that's temporal. God's eye vision is eternal. And so why would he then implement something that will only last temporarily? But that's man's acts, that's man's doing, you know. Otherwise, Heavenly Father wants his families and his children to be united forever, for eternity. Knowing that families can be together forever brings peace and hope as you face the challenges of life, including the suffering and death of loved ones. If you are sealed to your family and remain faithful to your covenants, your family relationships will continue after death. You can also receive the sealing ordinance on behalf of your ancestors. By doing so, you can unite entire family generations of your family for eternity. Striving to have an eternal family will bring marvelous blessings in your life and in the life to come. And I believe in this so much, and I know this to be true because it has been revealed to me and I have done it myself. And as I did it, as I was sealed with my wife at the temple, I felt that uniting power. I felt the presence of God in our marriage. And I know even today, as I continue to love my wife as if we were still at that kneeling altar, that sacred altar at the temple when we were sealed, it's as if I can feel the presence of the Lord. And so I know that temple sealings are important. And I know that as you also take time to learn about this and also try to find ways in which you can have this blessing for you and your families, it will bring peace and joy in your lives. Many people have lost families. Many people have had spouses die. But this I know will uplift and edify and bless and wake people up, and want to go to the temple and perform these ordinances. This has been Tandile Maikiso, and this has been your favorite show, The Destination Show. And I know that you enjoy, and please subscribe to this channel, like this episode and any other episode, and make sure you comment if you have any questions. I'll be able and lovely answer your questions. Thank you very much for your time. This is me. Bye.